whatever. All this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter. Ride or die, that's been the deal.
Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I am your host, Taylor Coleman, the CEO, lead writer, director, and producer at Crystal Ignition LLC. We're a small independent film and video production company located in Jacksonville, Florida. And on this channel, we talk filmmaking and gaming. So if those two things happen to interest you, do me a favor. Definitely consider hitting that like button and consider subscribing. We post videos twice a month, and you're either in for an educational video or a gaming video. So definitely consider subscribing and helping us out. It's free, costs you nothing, and it helps us reach a brand new audience and get these videos out to new people. So we're going to continue some of our more popular discussions on this channel. It seems like people are very, very excited and super enthusiastic about our film school videos. So if you have not done so already, check out some of our other videos on film school. But today we're going to be talking about 5 film academics that you most likely will end up reading in film school. So there's a bit of a misconception. People think that film school is a place where you go and you're there for 4 years and you just read books and read papers and watch movies, and once you finish and graduate, you're jobless. That is definitely not the case. It's kind of a stereotype because film production and film studies are two kind of totally different branches, and we don't have enough time to get into it today, but this has been an issue for a very, very, very long time. I would say definitely before the 80s, but it really picked up in the 80s. So with that being said, we're going to talk about 5 film academics that I think any film student, if you were to go to film school, are going to more than likely end up having to read, regardless of if you specialize in film production or film studies. All right, everyone. So starting off with number 5 on our list. Number 5 on the list of 5 academics you will more than likely read in film school is going to be Bill Nichols. So this is an American film scholar, an American film critic that has written, I want to say, anywhere from 4 to 5 books, and I am most familiar with him due to his introductory film text. So that is his book, Engaging Cinema. For all of my readers that are familiar with our blog post at crystalignitionllc.com, you might remember that I recommended this book for new filmmakers. It's a very good book, and it's an introductory text. Commonly, you might see undergraduate film students reading this book. It's just a great introduction into the different topics and the different ways of viewing film and how you can write about movies. So definitely at some point, if you become a film student, you will more than likely end up reading Bill Nichols. Now, next up on our list for number 4. Number 4 on this list is going to be the late David Bordwell. So he did pass away, unfortunately, in February of this year, as of the recording of this video. So February 2024. But his film book, Film Art and Introduction, this book has been getting so many revisions. I think it's on its 12th revision as of the recording of this video. It first appeared in 1979, and this is like the seminal film text. If you go to NYU, UCS, I would argue even American Film Academy. Obviously, I've never been to any of these schools, but from what I've heard from other film school graduates, this is a book that you will definitely read. I did not come across this book because my bachelor's degree is in film and production, but for those of you doing film studies, you more than likely will end up reading this book. Again, that's going to be Film Art and Introduction by David Bordwell. All right, everyone, so that's going to take us to number 3 on this list. Number 3 on the list of 5 film scholars you will more than likely read in film school, Laura Mulvey. So she is a feminist film scholar, a feminist film critic, and she is most known for her paper Visual Pleasure in Narrative Cinema. So this is a paper that's been debated back and forth, as is anything I think with feminism and feminist scholarship. And very important paper, sparked lots of conversation, lots of debate. She herself has actually gone back and changed her opinions on some things and rewritten it. So she's definitely a scholar. If you're interested in reading like feminist film theory, you'd have to read some of her modern papers to really get a sense of her thoughts and opinions. But she's a very important film scholar. Highly recommend her work. And fun fact, she was also married to Peter Wallen for a while, which is really funny. He's another film scholar. You might come across his work, but I think she's a little more popular than him. So, number 3, Laura Mulvey. All right, everyone. So before we move on to our last 2 film scholars, I want to take a moment to talk about our affiliates. Crystal Ignition LLC is partnered with over 10 affiliate brands. We have Kneewear, Glide Gear, our friends over at Books A Million. So if you want to help support the studio, head on over to crystalignitionllc.com/affiliates and deals. We have coupon codes. So if you say for instance, you want to buy something from Kneewear, head on over to our website, copy our code, and then click on the link to Kneewear, put the code in, and get yourself a discount. It's a great way to help the studio, and also a great way for you to get some money off on some film gear or maybe a book that you'd like to buy. Something that we have here, and something that I think everyone that's interested in filmmaking should take advantage of. So before you make the next purchase, head on over, see if there's something that interests you, and definitely see if you can get a discount. All right, everyone. So that's going to take us to number 2 on this list. And number 2 on this list is going to be Andre Bazin. So, as you're going to see after this choice, in film school, one of the things that you're really going to end up talking about is the notion of the auteur. And there's been various papers written either for the auteur theory or against the auteur theory. Andre Bazin, very important film scholar, he's written a number of papers, and one of his more popular ones is De la politique des auteurs. And this is kind of critiquing the idea of auteur theory, and he comes up with a number of reasons for why he thinks it's not really a good theory. And there's a lot of scholars that don't really agree with it. If you had to ask me, I don't really agree with it, but that's just my opinion. So, Andre Bazin, really cool guy. Definitely check out some of his work, even if you're not interested in going to film school. And yeah, if you end up going to film school, you definitely will end up reading him, and you might end up citing his work if you're against auteur theory, or you might end up arguing against him. And that is going to bring us to number 1 on this list. Number 1 on this list is Andrew Sarris. So, as I said with number 2, he is a film scholar, and he is the one that originally came up with the auteur theory. It's this idea that a film director, they kind of control the movie. They have their own kind of visual style, storytelling style, and that sets them apart from everyone else and makes them an auteur. And there's lots of people that don't agree with that. I know in film school we spent a lot of time talking about this, debating it back and forth. Not so much in undergrad, didn't really see anything about him, but definitely in graduate school. So if you end up going to film school, you might come across him if you're doing film studies, definitely if you go to grad school. And that's going to take us to the end of this video. So if you enjoyed the video, found it to be interesting, if you've never heard of any of these people, good. Glad you liked it. Glad you found it interesting. If you did, definitely leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. It's up to you. Leave a comment. Have you ever heard of any of these people? Are you interested in reading any of these film scholars? I'd love to hear your opinions on that in the comments below. And yeah, have a good day or night wherever you are, and we'll see you all next time. Peace out.